I wrestled with the idea for a while of filming this, mostly because, I don't know, I just didn't know if it was necessary. But because I made a video for Retrobit, they sent me something. I didn't ask for them to send me anything. The only thing I did work out with them is hopefully they could send me a copy of Eliminate Down, because that was the video that I did. I didn't expect anything else in return. And then they reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to send you something. And I said, oh, okay. So I'm not being paid for this video that I'm doing, this unboxing. I haven't agreed to do any kind of special offer. I try to be upfront about this stuff with you guys because I feel like it's, one, the ethical thing to do. And two, I feel I owe it to viewers to be candid, honest, and if I'm receiving something that I'm going to showcase, I'm, not going to be, beat 'em ups. I don't know if you're familiar with his channel. So this isn't the second coming of beat 'em ups. This is not going to become a regular thing. But my channel's been around for, what is it? Is this the 12th year? I think we're really close to like the actual date of the 12th anniversary. I think. Is it 12 years? I'm pretty sure. 10 years? 11 years? I don't know, man. I lost track. I lost track of time. I've been doing this for a long time. But I never really had any kind of like deals. I worked out onesie-twosie things as far as like reviews where somebody would hit me up and say, hey, I liked your stuff. And, they would show interest in you and say, I actually watched your content and I enjoyed it. And those are the ones that I say, okay, if you can show me that you actually watch the content, if you can comment on it or whatever, if they're coming at you like that, and it's not one of those like, hey, and then they reach out to you with this facade of interest in your channel, but really they just are looking for somebody to market them. So in the circumstance with Retrobit, they reached out to me. They said, hey, we really liked your unboxing video that you did a while back for Avenging Spirit. We'd like to include it in a video on our YouTube page. And I said, yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you very much. That I'm flattered. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I meant every word I say. And up to this point, I've received no kickbacks from Retrobit. Everything that I have shown you guys, I paid for with my own money. So this was, I don't know, a nice little gesture. So thank you very much, Retrobit, for the neat little package. I wanted to show you guys. I did open it in advance just so it would be easier to showcase it, but let's give it a viewing. This is the Hammer and Harry Concrete Collection. This is really cool. I remember when they announced this, and I don't know why I didn't pick it up. I think it was just like, I was like, I haven't played these games, so I'm not really sure if I should dip into it and get it. But it comes in a really nice plastic hard shell cover, which is hard to open. I always try with these to not, oh, my dog is sniffing the package. I always try with these to keep them in the box to try to not disturb them too much. So these, this is the Hammer and Harry Daiku no Gensen and Hammer and Harry 2 Daiken no Gensen 2 Akage no Dan no Gyakusho. So that's the two titles. These came out on Famicom. These were Famicom, I believe, exclusive. I think one of them came to PAL territories, if I recall correctly. This says the Hammer and Harry Concrete Collection. I'm just going to tear just this center part, if I can, just so I can still get these out, but not have to, yeah, there we go. I don't want to take all the plastic off because there's this thing on the back, the sticker, and I don't want to take the sticker off because then, most likely it'll rip and, So anyways, it says the Hammer and Harry Concrete Collection brings the first two titles together, which stars one of IREM's most recognizable characters, Harry. Our heroic carpenter stars in Hammer and Harry, featured the NES port of the original 1990 arcade release in North America in a cartridge for the first time, and Hammer and Harry 2, Dan the Red Strikes Back, officially released outside of Japan and translated for the first time. Each one is full of platforming action where you'll take on the Rusty Nailers in Dr. Parallel, all here to ruin Harry's time with his girlfriend. So grab your trusty hammer and headband and let's get busy. So what this includes is a numbered deluxe hardcover cartridge packaging, freshly paved Hammer and Harry 8-bit cartridge, and Oakwood Hammer and Harry 8-bit cartridge, full color instruction manuals, and exclusive acrylic cartridge display stand. Pretty neat. So let's go ahead and get crack-a-lackin', which is a thing that old people say. It comes with this little slipcover style thing here. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Look at that. It's like kind of chibi art of, I believe, Hammer and Harry and his girlfriend. And here's the front cover. That's cool. Now this has a bit of a shimmer to it, which is nice. And it's got one of those like flat magnetic lids, which is nice. I really like that. This is cool. On the inside, here we go. Dope. I like it. All right, let's take this out. Okay, this is like a slip cover thing that just goes over it to create the scene from the game. So you can take that out. I hold on to all this stuff. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Check this out. It's like, it's wood. It's like wood texture. I got to. I'm smelling it. I mean, it smells very plasticky, which is weird because the box smelled like wood. So the wood smells like plastic and the plastic smells like wood. What? I don't know. That's cool. That's really neat. I like that. And they kept the ribbed design, like the lines here, which is neat. That's cool. They always do. Look, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you got this for free and you're gonna, drool all over it. I've always loved Retrobit's re-releases, like their reproductions. They've always been great. I don't think a single one has been bad. Yeah, look at that. The little sticker on the bottom, that's cool. I think the thing that impressed me the most, and I've brought this up before, this is the acrylic standee. It's an acrylic cartridge display stand. So I think what you can do is you can open this bad boy up. I don't want to mess with this. I feel like I'm going to break it, or I'm going to rip it, or I'm going to rip it. Brip it? That'd be a good combo word, brip it. I'm going to brip it. All right, here we go. So this goes on like this, I think. Goes in between the cart, like inside the cartridge to, yep, there we go. And there's your standee, and it's got this little character there. That's really neat. That's cool. I don't know if I'd ever used this, truth be told. I generally don't display most of the cartridges that I own. And it's not any particular reason. I always keep stuff in the box. Just a pro tip, if you bought this set, you can actually use the little Hammer and Harry and his girlfriend thing to pop out the acrylic standee, because these are impossible to get out once you put them in. That is, unless you don't have girly hands like me. So this is 1,069 of 2,500 for the units. So 1069, dudes. I love the little squatting dude smoking a cigarette. He kind of looks like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, doesn't he? A little bit. Okay, so there's the instruction manual. It's all color manual. Really cool. It looks like they have the original, they have the translated version of the manual, and it tells the story, the controls, the power-ups, reserve items. It's cool. Stages, gameplay, hints and tips, and then I believe much like most retro bit releases, yeah, they have the Japanese as well, so you have the original Japanese manual as well, and of course, notes. Cool. That is really dope, and it all fits together quite nicely back in its box. I will say, I wish this had, I wish this had like some kind of Velcro, some really thin Velcro on it, or they gave you like a little sticky that you could use to put this on so that way it would Velcro on so you could keep this. That's my only minor negative. That and the acrylic standees were very tough to get removed from the base. But otherwise, really cool. Let's open up the next one. Now this one does have a sticker on it that says compatible with NTSC mode only. I'm guessing that this game only works on regular NES's clone systems, maybe, who knows? But I don't think it would work on like a PAL NES. So I wonder how that worked as far as them re-releasing it. Like, did they release a PAL version? I'm not sure. It's a good question. One I don't have an answer to. But much like the other one, it has, again, a removable back. And this one has no girlfriend, just Hammer and Harry. Again, much like the other one, it's got a bit of a sheen to it on the front. And it's got, again, a magnetic cover. I love these magnetic covers. Like, every single time I see one, I'm like, that is smart. Because you don't have to worry about popping the box top and bending it. If you pop the box tops on old NES games in the middle, forget it. You've bent it. It doesn't matter how delicate you are. I always try to go from the top if it's a brand new game. Anyways, here's the scene presented. And then you take off the top part here. And ooh, I'm not gonna open the acrylic standee, I'll show it to you, but this one's cool. This one's got a stone look to it. And that's really nice. It really has, like, how would you even do this? I don't know. Like, I don't even know how you would manufacture something like this. It's really neat. It looks just like stone. That's super cool. All right, I got it. This one smells plasticky too. Weird. Fumes. The back has a little Hammer and Harry dude. And then we got an acrylic standee, and this one looks like, looks like the girlfriend's being captured in this one. I'm not gonna open it up, you get the drift. And then again, the manual. Oh, here's the inside cover art. Just a little cool picture of Hammer and Harry. I think the only game I played was the PSP one. Because I think that's the only one that came over here. So as you can see, table of contents, story, controls. Again, very similar to the other unit, the other release. Flying mallet. Harry can throw his mallet now. Stages, hints and tips, and of course... Oh, no notes? Nope. Okay, it's in the back. Whew! I was gonna say, I was a little worried that they weren't gonna have notes. Anyways, this is really cool. This is so dope. Thank you, Retrobit, for sending this my way. I really appreciate it, and I mean that. I'm not the type to take gifts like this for granted. It's really cool when people send me stuff. I've gotten, you know, maybe a handful of things from fans or things from companies or working with companies, and you know, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it kind of, I don't want to say it justifies, because, you know, really the thing that justifies it is the creation of, you know, the reviews, the content, the stuff that makes me happy. And you guys are kind of just like along for the ride, so I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, whether you've just been a watcher, whether you've been a subscriber, whether you have been somebody who has sent me something in the past. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching, and thank you again to Retrobit for this really cool, awesome Hammer and Harry collection. I'm gonna check these games out tonight. I'm gonna sit down and play some Hammer and Harry. Very cool. You can get these on Retrobit's website, of course, I think, maybe, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think the pre-order's over for them. This is, I think, the first Retrobit game I bought was I'm gonna try to attempt to get these back in and pray that I can get them to sit properly. The first retro bit release, yep, perfect. They go back in nice and neat. Cool. That I got was Holy Diver. And I was really excited for that one. I got that one. I got, I bought secondhand Nettle Storm from a buddy of mine. Trying to think what else. Avenging Spirit. A bunch of the Genesis shooter games that they've come out with. The Zero Wing game. Gaiaris, or Gaiares, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just a ton. I really love their releases, so this was cool. This was a nice little gift. Thank you again. That's it. That's all I got. More content coming. I just wanted to do this quick video, which ended up not being quick, so thanks for those of you who stayed to the end. And more content coming in the near future you're going to see. So, later.